Alright, we are picking up with Chapter 11. Chapter 11 on Word talks about formatting a long document. We are going to open our data file biking. I have it on my desktop here in my Word Chapter 11 folder. Yours is wherever you saved it, either on your laptop or on your flash drive when you downloaded it from Blackboard. So I'm just going to double click on it and open it up in Word. We're going to resave it as biking proposal. So we're going to do a file save as. We're going to browse and place it back in that Chapter 11 folder. And we're going to name it biking proposal. Okay, notice that my name changed up here at the top. On the Home tab in the Editing group, we're going to click the Find button. Right here. Alright, the navigation pane opens on the left side of the document with the Results tab selected. Is empty. Empty white box at the top of the navigation pane is the search document box. At the top of the navigation pane, click in the search document box and then type R. Now, every letter R in the document is highlighted yellow. Continue typing until you have spelled out route or route. To complete the word, as you continue typing, the highlighting is removed from the words that do not match the search text. The 6 instances of the word are highlighted in the document. In the navigation pane, click the first snippet. In the first instance of the word, click the first snippet right here. Let's see. First instance of the word root is highlighted with gray shading on top of the yellow highlight. Note that the word containing root is roots with an S, but only root is selected with gray and yellow. Okay, the S is not selected. Also note that root with an uppercase R is highlighted as a found word, even though you typed lowercase letters. Okay. Click in the document window, select the first instance of root, and then type course. If you selected the entire word, including the S, add an S to the end. So the final word is courses. The text you type replaces the selected text, and the snippet in the navigation pane and the highlighting in the document disappear. Okay. Alright, so when you search for root, courses, of course, is no longer selected. In the navigation pane, click the Next Search Result button. Right here. Okay, the search is performed again, and the remaining instances of root are highlighted in the document. In the navigation pane title bar, click Close. And we want to save the document right here, quick save. Okay. Replacing specific text. Hit Control Home, go back to the top of your document. On the Home tab in the Editing group, click the Replace button. Find Replace dialog box opens with the Replace tab selected. The Find What box contains the search text you have previously typed, which is root. Okay. Click in the Replace with box and type course. Click Find Next. The dialog box stays open and the next instance of root is highlighted in the document. In the dialog box, click Replace. The selected text in the document changes to course and the next instance of the text is highlighted. In the dialog box, click Replace. The selected text is changed to course and the next instance of root is selected, this time with an uppercase R. In the dialog box, click Replace. The selected text is changed to course with an uppercase letter because the found text had an uppercase. The next instance of root is selected in the bulleted item that starts with route for highway crossings. In this case, the selected text should not be replaced because it is part of the name of a road, not a synonym for course. In the dialog box, just click Find Next. The selected text is left unchanged and the next instance of root is selected. Again, it should not be replaced. Click Find Next. It says that you are finished searching. Click OK. And click Close. Okay, the Find and Replace dialog box will close and your items have been changed. Okay, we're going to work with styles. The normal style is part of the normal template. A style is a named set of formatting instructions or definitions. All text has a style applied to it. Unless you change to a different style, text is formatted with normal style. Okay, a template is a file that contains a set of styles that can be used to format documents based on that template. The normal template is a template on which all new blank Word documents are based. The normal template does not contain any placeholder text or graphics, but it does include the normal style and other built-in styles. Okay, so applying styles from the Styles Gallery. So let's look at this. Select the first paragraph in the document. On the Home tab in the Styles group, let's see. First paragraph in the document is the mountain bike proposal. On the Home tab in the Styles group, the normal style, the default style, is selected. Home style, Styles group, normal, right here. Okay. On the Home tab in the Styles group, click the More button right here. Your gallery will open up. Point to several of the styles in the gallery to see a live preview. Okay. Click the title style. The title style, which is a linked style, is applied to the selected. Okay, so title style, let's find it. Heading, there's title right here. Okay. Styles Gallery collapse to the ribbon. The title style formats the text to 28-point Calibri light headings and formats the paragraph with 0 points of spacing before and after and single space line spacing. The selected overview paragraph, the second paragraph in the document. Okay. In the style group, click the heading 1 style. Okay. The heading 1 style formats the selected paragraph as 16-point Calibri light and changes the color of the text to blue, accent 1, darker 25%, removes space after the paragraph, and changes the space before the paragraph to 12 points. Alright, select the finances paragraph. the style, select the font, fifth paragraph. In the styles group, only two heading styles, heading 1 and heading 2, are listing in the gallery. In the styles gallery, click the heading 2 style. The selected text is formatted with the heading 2 style, which is similar to heading 1, but the size is 13 points, and the space before and after is only 2. Because you have chosen heading style 3, heading style 2, heading style 3 is now available. Okay? Scroll down in the document and apply heading 3 to the following paragraphs. Alright? Minimum funding gets heading 3. Okay? Now, with this selected, we can do Format Painter. Alright, and then moderate funding, description, area for setting up trails, possible courses, north, south, east, west, outstanding questions, potential issues, and conclusion. Okay, all of these get heading 3. Oh, conclusion. Okay, hang on. All of them didn't get heading 3. I'm sorry. I looked at that wrong. Heading 3 does go to minimum and moderate funding. Description actually gets heading 1. Notice heading 4 is now available as well. Okay, this gets heading 1. This one here gets heading 2. Possible courses also gets heading 2. Alright, north, south, east, and west was heading 3. Let's go on down. Outstanding questions got heading 2. Potential issues was a heading 1. And conclusion is also a heading 1. Sorry about that. Alright, so that gets that fixed. At the beginning of the document, select all the text in the first paragraph in the overview section. Mountain biking is... Alright, go back up here. Mountain biking is the next logical step. Okay. In the Styles gallery, click the More button. The selected text is formatted, let's see, with emphasis style. Right here. Okay. The character style that applies italic formatting to the text. Alright. The next section talks about changing the style set. A style set is a coordinated group of style definitions. Style set used in new documents is the default style set. If you change the style set, the style definitions are changed. You can change the style set before or after you apply styles. Alright, so to change the style set, on the ribbon click the Design tab. Alright, in the document formatting group, point to the first style set in the gallery. This is always the current style set. You can see there that it's highlighted with gray. Okay. We're going to point to the fourth style set right here. Its screen tip identifies it as basic stylish style set. The live preview shows the changes to the titles and headings. For example, heading 1 is still formatted with the Calibri Light, but the font size in the basic stylish set is set to 20 instead of 16, and the default style set and font color is green instead of blue. In the gallery, click the basic stylish style set, and it is applied to your document. Okay. Modifying a style in the Styles Gallery. Select the Finances heading paragraph. The heading 2 style is applied to the Finances heading. Increase the font size of the selected text to 16 points. Okay. On the Home tab in the Styles Gallery, right-click the selected Heading 2 style. A shortcut menu opens. Okay. Click Update Heading to match selection. Okay, the style is redefined to match the formatting change you made to the Finances heading, and all the headings with heading 2 now have that applied. Scroll down to the top of page 2 and then click in the Area for Setting Up Trails heading paragraph. This paragraph has heading 2 style applied. The change you made to the style, changing the font size to 16, was made to this heading as well. Scroll back up to page 1 so that you can see both the minimum funding and moderate funding headings. Okay. Then select the minimum funding heading paragraph. Paragraph has style 3. On the Home tab in the font group, click the underline button. In the Styles group, right-click the heading 3. And then update to match selection. Notice that moderate also changed to be underlined. Okay? Now we're going to create a new style. To do this, at the beginning of the document, in the second paragraph below the overview heading, select the LLNC. Okay. Change the font of the selected text to stencil. Okay. Change it to stencil, green accent 6. Okay. In the Styles group, click the More button. Create a style. Small Create New Style from Formatting dialog box opens with a temporary style name selected in the name box. In the name box, type LLNC. Click Modify. Alright. The larger Create New Style Formatting dialog box opens. Refer to Exhibit 11-8 as shown in the Style Type box. The new style will be a link style unless you change it. Click the Style Type arrow and then click Character. Click OK. The dialog box closes and the new style is added to the styles gallery after the normal style. In the first paragraph below the Finances heading, select LLNC. Here we are. Okay. Then click the style in the style group. The new style is applied to the selected text. Alright, replacing formatting. On the Home tab in the Edit group, click the Replace button. The Find and Replace dialog box opens because LLNC was selected before you open the dialog that appears in the Find What box. Click the Replace With box and delete course. And then type LLNC. At the bottom of the dialog box, click More. The dialog box expands to show additional options, and the More button you just click changes to Less. With the insertion point in the Replace With box, click Format. At the bottom of the dialog box, on the menu, click Style. The Replace Style dialog box opens. In the list, select LLNC and click OK. The Replace Style dialog box closes and the style appears under the Replace With box. Click Replace All. Alright, it should tell you that it made 8 replacements and ask if you want to continue searching from the beginning. Click Yes. It'll tell you that it's all done and 10 replacements were made. Click OK. And then close this box. Alright, working with themes. A theme is a coordinated set of colors, fonts, and effects created by professional designers. Themes ensure that a document has a polished, coherent look. Alright? So we're going to change our theme. At the beginning of the document, select the Overview heading. So let's go Home. We're going to select this Overview heading. This paragraph is formatted with the Heading 1 style. On the Home tab in the Font group, click the Font Color button arrow. The color selected is in the last column, second to the last row in the theme colors. This is the Accent 6 color, darker 25% shade. In the Office theme, the current theme, this is the shade of green. In a different theme, the Heading 1 font color will be the same position but might be a different color. In a different style set, the Heading 1 font color might be in a different position in the color palette. Press Escape to close the palette. On the ribbon, click the Design tab. In the Document Formatting group, point to the Themes button. The screen tip indicates that the Office is the current theme. Okay. Click the Themes button. Themes Gallery appears. The Office theme is shaded to indicate that it is a selected theme. In the gallery, point to several themes and then point to the Facet theme. You can see the live preview changing as you pick different themes. Alright, it wants you to go down and pick the Facet theme. I don't see the Facet theme. Okay, to see a live preview, Facet up beside Office. There it is right there. See a live preview of Facet. Okay. The fonts in the document change and the color of text changes. Okay. Click the organic theme. The fonts and colors in the document change to those used in the organic theme. On the ribbon, click the Home tab. In the font group, click the font box arrow. The font gallery opens. The font for both headings and body is Garamond. Okay. Press Escape key to close the font list. Select the Overview heading. If necessary, in the font group, click the Font Color button arrow. Alright. The color palette opens and it shows you that you are next to last in the last row again. The accent 6, darker 25% color, but in the organic theme this color is a shade of gold instead of green. Alright, press Escape to close that menu. The changes you made to the Heading 2 and Heading 3 style definition are retained. Text formatted with LLNC still have that style. Okay, it's just now gold. In the last line under the Overview heading, select LLNC. In the font group, click the Font Color button arrow. Alright, it shows you the selected color is the same position in the palette as the theme color you selected before. It's just now gold instead of green. Alright, at the bottom of the color palette, click More Colors. The New Color dialog box opens for the custom tabs selected. Click the Standard tab and then click the dark green color. That is selected in the exhibit there on page 323 in your book. Okay? Click OK. The selected text is reformatted with the new dark green color. In the Styles group, right-click the LLNC item and choose Update to match selection. Okay, the style definition is updated. All the text with that style applied changes color to match the new definition. Alright, see that everywhere LLNC is now green. In the font group, click the Format Color button arrow. The custom color you selected appears in a new Recent Colors row below the standard colors. Okay. Hit Escape. Alright, modifying a theme. On the ribbon, click the Design tab. In the document formatting group, click the Fonts button. The Fonts menu opens, listing sets of coordinated fonts for headings and body text. Point to several of the font sets to see the live preview. Okay. Click the Franklin Gothic font set. Those fonts, Franklin Gothic Medium for headings and Franklin Gothic Book for body, are applied to the document. The font of the text with the LLNC style applied did not change because it was not formatted with a theme font. In the document formatting group, click the Colors button. Palettes in the list are provided in addition to the palettes used by the themes. The only theme palette that appears in this gallery is the Office Theme Color Palette. If you use the color palettes of any other theme, you need to apply that theme. Point to several of the palettes to see a live preview, and then click the yellow color palette. The elements in the document formatted with the theme colors change to the corresponding theme colors of the yellow color palette. Alright, scrolling through a long document. So let's go home here. Wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and save here, just so you don't lose all your changes. Okay. In the vertical scroll bar, point to the scroll box, and then press and hold the mouse button. A screen tip appears identifying the page as page 1. Okay? The first heading of the page also appears in the screen tip. Okay, page 1 overview. Drag the scroll box slowly down the vertical scroll bar until the screen tip identifies the page as page 3. Alright, so now we're changed to page 2. Now we are about to be page 3. Okay. And then release the mouse. Page 3 appears in the document window, and the page number indicator on the status bar indicates that it is page 3 of 3, right down here at the bottom. Okay. On the status bar, click the page count indicator right here. The navigation pane opens with the Pages tab selected. The thumbnails of the pages in the document appear in the navigation pane. Okay, so here we are with the thumbnails. The blue border around page 3 indicates that it is the selected page. Right here. Okay. Point to the navigation pane. A vertical scroll bar appears. In the navigation pane, scroll to the top of the list and then click page 1 thumbnail. The document scrolls back to page 1. At the top of the navigation pane, click the close button. Working with a document outline. Change the outline in the navigation pane. On the ribbon, click the View tab. In the Show group, click the navigation pane checkbox. The navigation pane will open. At the top of the navigation pane, click the Headings tab. The document headings are displayed in the navigation pane. Navigation pane, click the Possible Courses heading. Document scrolls to display that heading at the top of the document window with the insertion point at the beginning of the heading. In the navigation pane, next to the Possible Courses heading, click the Collapse arrow . The headings formatted at heading 3 under the Possible Courses are hidden, and the arrow next to the Possible Courses changes to an expand arrow. In the navigation pane, click the Outstanding Questions heading. On the ribbon, click the Home tab. In the Styles group, the heading to Style is selected. In the navigation pane, right-click the Outstanding Questions heading. On the shortcut menu, click Promote. Now it is changed to a heading 1. Okay. In the navigation pane, point to the Description heading. A box appears around the heading. Press and hold the mouse button and drag the description heading up, but do not release the mouse button. As you drag the heading, the pointer changes to an arrow with a little shaded box underneath, which is the same pointer you saw when you used drag and drop technology earlier. When the horizontal line is positioned above Finances and below Overview, release the mouse button. Right here. Okay? Release the mouse button. Description, heading, and all the subheadings below it are moved to the new position in your document. Okay? Close the navigation pane. Alright, using outline view. On the ribbon, click the View tab. Click the Outline button. The document switches to outline view and a new tab, Outlining, appears on the ribbon and is the active tab. If necessary, change your zoom to 120% right here. Okay. On the Outline tab in the Outline Tools group, click the Show Level Box arrow and choose Level 3. Scroll to the top of the window. Now only text with the heading 1, 2, and 3 appears. Okay. Next to the Finances heading, click the plus sign symbol. Okay, the Finances and the subheadings are selected. In the Outline Tools group, Level 2 appears in the Outline level. This is the level of selected funding heading. Refer back to your exhibit. In the Outline Tools group, click the Promote button. Alright, it is now a level 1 setting. Next to the Potential Issues heading, point to the plus sign symbol. Press and hold the mouse and then drag up, but do not release the mouse. As you drag, you'll see a horizontal line appear indicating the position of the heading, and the pointer changes to a double arrow. When the horizontal line is above the Outstanding Questions heading, release the mouse. Potential Issues heading and its subheadings move to just above Outstanding Questions. Alright, on the Outline tab in the Close group, click the Close Outline View button. Alright, changing your margins. Click Control Home to go back to the top of your document. On the ribbon, click the View tab. In the Zoom group, click the One Page option. The current page of the document appears completely in the Word window, and you can easily see the margins. On the ribbon, click the Layout tab. In the Page Setup group, click the Margins button. Click Wide. The menu closes and the margins in the document are changed to the wide setting, which keeps the 1-inch margin at the top and bottom, but changes both the left and right to 2 inches. In the Page Setup group, click the Margins button. At the bottom of the menu, click Custom Margins. The Page Setup dialog box open with the Margins tab selected. The current margin settings are displayed in the boxes in the Margins select section at the top of the Margins tab. The value in the top box is selected. Press the Tab key twice and change your left box to 1.5. And then in the right box, click the down arrow 5 times to get to 1.5. Click OK. And the margins are changed to your custom settings. Change your zoom back to 120%. And now we're going to insert a manual page break. Scroll so that you can see the bottom of page 1. Okay? And the top of page 2. And then click before the possible courses heading. On the ribbon, click the Insert tab. In the Pages group, click the Page Break button. Okay, a manual page break is inserted before the insertion point, and the possible courses heading moves to the top of the next page. Alright, adding page numbers, headers, and footers. Alright, if necessary, click anywhere on page 2 to position the insertion point. On the ribbon, click the Insert tab if it's not already active. In the header footer group, click the Page Number button. Point to the bottom of page. The gallery of page number style options opens. Scroll down and examine the styles of page numbers that you can insert. But the one we're going to choose is the plain number 3 style right here. The document switches to header and footer view, and the page number of the current page appears right aligned in the footer area. The page number has a gray background indicating that it is a field and not simply a number that you typed. The field might not be shaded on your screen. The header and footer tool design tab appears on the ribbon and is the active tab. On the header and footer tool design tab in the close group, click the close header and footer button. Alright, add a header and a footer. On page 2, double click the footer area. So right here, we're going to double click in the footer. The document switches to header and footer view, and the header and footer design tab appears on the ribbon and is the active tab. The insertion point is positioned before the page number field in the footer area, ready for you to begin typing. Type your name. On the ribbon, click the Home tab in the Paragraph group. And the Align Left button. The text in the footer is now left aligned. With the insertion point between your name and the number field, press the Tab key twice. Page number moves to 5.5 inch mark on the ruler, aligning the text with the right indent marker at 5.5 inches. Okay. On the ribbon, click the Header and Footer Tools Design tab. In the navigation group, click the Go to Header button. Scroll up a little so that you can see the footer area on page 1. And the header on page 2. Then in the header and footer group, click the header button. Okay. Okay. You can point to several styles to see screen tips, but we want the WISP header. So scroll through until you find the WISP header. Okay. Gallery closes and 3 content controls are inserted in your header. Click the document title content control. The entire content control becomes selected and the title tab, in this case with the label title, appears. Type mountain biking proposal. Placeholder text is replaced by the text you type. The text in the WISP heading is formatted to appear as all uppercase letters even if you type lowercase. Click the date content control. The entire content control is selected and the title tab with the label date appears. An arrow appears on the right side of the control. Click the arrow and choose today. Click the control above the date control, and the title tab appears with the label author. Okay. Click the author title tab. Let's see. Click the control above the date control. The title tab appears with the label author. The contents of the control will be your Windows 10 username. Click the author title tab. The entire control is selected and press delete. Let's see. Okay. To delete the author content control, and then press delete again to delete the empty paragraph. Double click in the document area, header and footer view closes. Removing the header and footer from the first page. Change the view to one page view. Scroll that you can see all of page 1. On the ribbon, click the Insert tab. In the header group, click the Header button. At the bottom, click Edit Header. View changes to header and footer view with the header and footer tool design tab selected, and the insertion point is blinking in the selected date control. This is the same thing that would have happened if you had double clicked in the header area on the page. On the header and footer tools design tab in the options group, click the different first page check mark. The content of the header and footer, including the page number, disappears from page 1. So scroll back up where you can see page 1. Yeah, everything disappeared. Because the insertion point on the first page, the tabs labeling the header and footer on page 1 changed to first page header and first page footer. Scroll down to page 2 and confirm that the header and footer still appear there. Okay. On the header and footer tools design tab in the close group, click the close header and footer button. And then zoom back out to 120%. Okay. There's page 2. Here's page 1, no header and footer. Okay. Selecting a citation style, creating citations and a list of words cited. Select a citation style. On the ribbon, click the References tab. In the Citation and Bibliography group, click the Style box arrow. Choose MLA 7th edition. Okay. We're going to create a new source and insert a citation. So on page 1, below the area for setting up trails, place the insertion point immediately before the period at the end of the 4th sentence, after North Woodson State Park. Okay, right there. On the References tab in the Citation and Bibliography group, click the Insert Citation button. I'm going to click Add a New Source. Alright, click the Source Type arrow and change that to a website. Click the Author area and put in Alan Wilson. Click in the Name of Web Page box and type in item 5 there on page 336. Click in the year and put 2013. Click in the year accessed and put 2017. Click in the month and put May. And the day accessed and put 5. Okay. Click in the medium box and put web. Click OK. Alright. The dialog box closes and the citation Wilson is inserted in the insertion point. Click anywhere on the Wilson citation and you get a control box. Is now available. Locate the Finances heading on page 2. In the first paragraph under the Finances heading, position the insertion point at the end of the second sentence for the period after bring them to count. Okay. On the References tab, we're going to go to Insert Citation, Add a New Source. In the Type arrow, click Report. Below the Author box, click the Corporate Author checkbox. And then type in the item there in number 15 on page 337. Okay. Add the following information. Title. Okay. Once you get all that typed in, click OK, and it will insert your citation. Inserting a citation to an existing source. Okay, on page 2, below the possible course headings, possible course headings. Okay, here we are. Possible course headings. Place the insertion point immediately before the period after the first sentence in the paragraph after the word below. Okay. On the References tab, go to Insert Citation. The two sources you added are listed. Click the Loon Lake Nature Camp Program Committee. Okay, this one right here. And it'll add that source. Okay. Using the Source Manager. Okay, on the References tab in the Citation and Bibliography group, click the Manage Source button. The Manage Sources dialog box will open with the master list of sources on the left and the current list on the right. Click New. Okay. Click the type of source arrow and then click Book. And then add the following information there in item number 4 on page 338. And medium is then print. Alright, and then click OK. It's going to add your source. Alright, so we've added the source here and in our current list. We can click our close box there to close that out. We're going to edit citations to include page numbers. Alright, below possible courses heading on page 2, click the box here. And we'll click the arrow. We're going to choose Edit Citation. And then in Pages, we're going to type 7 and click OK. Alright. On page 2 in the paragraph below Finances, we're going to click this again. We're going to click our citation. We're going to do our drop down, and in the edit citation we're going to put a 12 there for our page number. And on page 1, in the paragraph below the area settings, the Wilson citation right here, we're going to be giving that an edit citation and a page number of 56. Okay, generating a list of works cited. We're going to click off of that to deselect everything. We want to do a control end, which takes us to the very end of our work. Okay, insert a manual page break. So we're going to go to Insert, go to Pages, and go to Page Break. That pushes us to a new page. On the References tab in the Citations and Bibliography area, we're going to click the Bibliography button. Okay, and we're going to click Works Cited. Alright, let me scroll up just a little. Alright, there you can see our works cited. The list of works cited is inserted below the works cited heading. It's generated from your current list. Okay? Modifying a source. Okay, to edit a source in a research paper. On page 1 in the paragraph below, the Wilson citation. Alright, so let's go to Control Home. Get back on the first page. Let's go to our Wilson citation. And we're going to go here and we're going to go to Edit Source. And our box is going to pop up. Click in the month box and then type August. Okay, and then click OK. You're going to get a dialog box. This source exists in your master. Do you want to update both lists? You're going to click Yes. Updating the list of works cited. Alright, to update your list of works cited, we're going to go to page 5, which is our works cited. Let's just do a Control End so that we can go to our page for our works cited. Okay. The list itself is highlighted in gray. Click anywhere in the list and it'll highlight it in gray. Okay. We're going to click the Update Citations and Bibliography up here. The date change that you made to Wilson citation appears in the works cited list. Alright, right here, August. Alright, creating footnotes and endnotes. Alright, a footnote is an explanatory comment or reference that appears in the bottom of a page. When you create a footnote, Word inserts a small subscript number called a reference marker in the text and in the bottom margin of the page and positions the insertion point next to it so you can type the text of the footnote. Endnotes are similar except that the text of an endnote appears at the end of a section or at the end of the document, and the reference marker is a lowercase Roman numeral unless you change it. Alright, Word automatically manages the reference markers for you, keeping them sequential from the beginning to the end. Alright, so we're going to add a footnote. So on page 4, position the insertion point after the question mark after question number 3. Right here. On the References tab in the Footnotes group, do an Insert Footnote. Alright. A superscript 1 is inserted as a reference marker at the insertion point, and the same reference marker appears just above the bottom margin below a separate line. Type the item there in number 3 on page 342. In the footnote, double-click directly on the reference marker. Okay, the superscript number 1. The document scrolls to the location of the reference marker in the text. Scroll up to page 3. Near the bottom of page 3, position the insertion point after the underlined word Safety. Okay, I'm not seeing Safety. Right here. Okay. Alright, Safety. After the underlined words, on the Reference tab in the Footnotes group, insert your footnote. Alright, a superscript 1 is again inserted as the marker. Okay, and then we're going to type in the item there in number 7 on page 342. Okay. On the References tab in the Footnotes group, click the Next Footnote button. Alright, notice that it has been promoted to a number 2 because it appears in the document after the footnote you added on 3. Okay, let's hit Control Home. Let's save our document and we'll close our document. Alright. When you go to submit your item in Blackboard, you need to upload the biking proposal document. Okay? Make sure that you don't send me the biking, which is the original. Send me biking proposal, which is the one that you should edit when you work through this tutorial. Alright, if you have any questions, email me and let me know. This concludes the Chapter 11 walkthrough.